What's up, everybody? Real quick tutorial on how to add 3 sliders to a single zipper chain. You notice here I've got a length of zipper chain about 50 centimeters long. I've got my 3 zipper sliders. These zipper sliders happen to be coil out zipper sliders. So that means that when we put the tab on here and the slider on, the tab will be on the coil side. That doesn't really matter for the purpose of how this works, but that's just what you'll see in the video. So first of all, you'll notice that I open up the zipper here, and I'm going to cut about 20 millimeters off of one side. What this is going to allow you to do is slide the zipper slider on. And due to the magic of television, after fighting with this terrible cheap zipper that I'm using for this demo, I'm just going to be able to finally put your slider on here. So it's the wide side of the slider first, put it on the longer chain, and then slide it down until it's matching. Then, of course, you're going to want to kind of match those things together, make sure it's all aligned, slide the shorter end of the chain into the wide side of the slider, give it a little bit of an angle, pull them together best you can, and it should link up. There we go. Zipper slider installed. I should say zipper slider number 1 installed. Congratulations. And for slider number 2, we're actually going to do this from the other end of the zipper chain. Now you could do the next one here on the differential side, but I like to skip over and just do sort of the standard 2 zipper install first. So I'll take my wide side of the, separate the zipper a little bit, take the wide side of the slider, put it on, and there you go. Now I've got this, basically what is the standard 2 slider zipper now, where you can see as I slide it down, it's closing the zipper. And then I slide them together, and that's going to sort of unify the opening between the two. When you look at those sliders, they have the 2 curved sides facing each other, so as you pull them apart, now you've got an opening in the middle. This is like every 2 slider day pack on the planet, so this is something we've all seen. You got to install those sliders from either side, one from each side of the chain, and you have to sort of separate the chain slightly before you get them on because you've put the chain in through the wide side of the slider. All right, so we're going to do step 3 here. In the last 2 steps, we put our zipper slider on with the wide side first. And we did that by separating the zipper and sliding it through the wide side. Now, a slider also has a skinny side in the back here. And usually the zipper has to come out the back when it's already joined. But in this case, we're actually going to put it in the back. But you can see that the zipper is still joined. The zipper, the slider is going to go back, or it's going to go on sort of in reverse. And you can see that what I'm doing is sort of putting it over the long side on this differently cut assembly here. And I had to kind of pull out there because it gets a little bit hung up on, as it goes through the zipper, it gets hung up inside the slider body. And then you got to sort of put that on there, fight with it for a little bit. And then I'm cutting forward just because it did take me a few seconds to fight with it. So then you pull out the short side and you're on. It's going to take some finagling. I apologize for not showing the full thing, probably 20 seconds of me just wrestling the thing. All right, and then next, after you see that, what we have here is basically a zipper that has the 3rd slider on already. But here's the thing: if you're going to sew this into your backpack, you're going to potentially have the zipper coils, or the sides of the chain, separate from each other. So really what you need to do is you want to pull this out a little bit and then put those together so they match real nice and evenly. And then you would actually sew this together, just to like tack it down, and then you'd end up sewing that into your bag. Unfortunately, these are not mechanically connected like they normally would be. So that's what's going on here. You're going to need to basically hold the sides together as you sew the end of the zipper into your bag. And that's pretty much it. If you followed the steps to this point, you should have 3 sliders on a single zipper chain. And you can see over here where our just sort of standard day pack opening is, where the 2 zippers separate and leave a hole in the middle. And of course on the far side, it's open from the get-go. And then in between that, there's a little bit of a closed spot, open again and close. You could add a 4th zipper. You'd have to cut this side differentially, and then you could add that 4th zipper slider. It'd be a lot like the 3rd we added. All right. Good luck. Thank you.